I guess you saw a hand always saying early that involved in this. But I didn't know here about the hand. They lost it. You gotta be pretty bad. Really. At the chapel. They beat anybody. Okay. Morning. Good morning. I'm great. That's your copy. No, sorry. Any Martinsville boys and girls rolling right along? Yeah, I talked to Bill's now. I hear all the folks. Yeah. And I saw them when I was beginning. But I think he's saying, you know, what we want to be as well. Carson, you want to add to yeah, they always one place 30 last night. Oh, okay.
I thought we'd done the ESD stuff. Huh? I thought we'd already done the ESD stuff.
No, we tabled it.
Oh.
They're Mason Road.
Why are we leaving?
Cliff can't be here on that day.
Good morning. How are you? All right, never know.
You got your keys, basically.
Oh, yeah, I need Jesus. Jesus. Huh? Hey, oh, he always stands up. He's gonna be facing me.
We need him, we need him.
It's a plan now, I trust it all.
He took the judges away.
Like he took it away.
He didn't need Jesus. He don't have Jesus over there. Huh? No, he didn't.
He threw it away.
How do you not know that's not Jesus?
It said, it says on it, Jesus in you.
It says Jesus loves you.
Oh, well. We need to get a big one, about that big, probably.
We need to get some holy water. Sprinkle soft, bring them up here.
Are we that early? I'm doing good, how are you doing?
Good. Had to leave our
Hey, Miss Pam.
this morning to
I,
get here.
I was thinking yesterday that that was today, and I never followed up on it, because you know, one of my secretary, and I've been able to tell her. Remind me of that. And I keep
What you
forgetting.
want me to text you? Text money?
If you would, do that, that would be better, yeah. Cause I've been aiming to, but we've been so bad. Hey, I've drove myself crazy here lately. We've actually rocked, redone and rocked in the last 3 months, 10 miles of road.
Good.
We've been-
Fortunate you had the weather.
Yes,
You have to do-
that's what my foreman keeps saying. He said, "You're the lucky sucker that he is."
That's all right.
He said, "But they don't know a winter it'll be and so on." But run out of money. Beautiful.
You think we've got, I know you were gonna make it, March ends in February, so we'll probably get rid of it. So you better get it going.
But the February rains.
Yes.
I got home yesterday. I was home 5 minutes. Get a call, Brady, you got a brush fire outside. But got there, my whole pack was on.
Oh, yeah.
About a month and a half ago, I heard some loud, and I apologized. Still smoldering underneath of that building down yesterday. Nope. My whole district. This is one of the county commissioners got a, or the burn ban, like a grass fire.
Oh, I like.
All right, it is 9 o'clock. Would you please stand? I've asked David McLaughlin from the Cheatham Memorial Methodist Church to open us in prayer today.
Thank you so much, guys. See, we already got a little Jesus in the room, so. Dear Lord, we are grateful to gather here today for this meeting of the Van Zandt County Commissioners Court. We know that all leadership and authority ultimately comes from you. So we humbly ask for your wisdom and guidance as we work through the business. Father, we ask you to bless Judge Reese, give him discernment and courage and clear thinking needed to help our community to be led with integrity and fairness. Pray for all of our commissioners and help them discern the needs of our county while they serve selflessly and work together in unity for the good of all this county home. We thank you for the staff who work hard every day, often behind the scenes to keep things running. Bless their efforts to give them strength and honor their dedication to serve our community. We pray favor for protection and for those who provide our liberty and provide safety in our streets, in our communities, for the road workers and ditch diggers, for the engineers and inspectors, Allow them to find joy in all their labors. Guide our conversations and guard our words, and direct our decisions towards what's best for your will for us who live here. I pray this in the name of my Savior, Jesus Christ.
Amen. All right, pledge to the American flag. Salute. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. You may have a seat. I would like to remind everybody to silence your cell phone at this time. And I call the meeting to order and announce we do have a quorum. All the commissioners and myself are here. General announcements. Pam Pearson would like to give us an update on the Texas Workforce Commission. Whichever works best for you. Actually, there's should be a microphone over
I
there.
don't need a microphone.
Okay.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. I apologize that I haven't been here sooner. It just seems like we have meetings the same day that you do every month. But I wanted to let you know that I do represent Van Zandt County on the Workforce Board of East Texas. And so what that means is anything that you've got going on in your precinct, it's not about Wills Point, it's not about, Canton, it's about our whole region and the 14 counties within the EDCOG district. So what that means is right now, we have a teacher externship program that was just approved, the grant from the TWC, the Texas Workforce Commission. And we're working with 3 cities that are here in Van Zandt County. Wills Point, Canton, and Van have committed to working with our local ISD to try to get our CTE teachers out into our industries, whether it's the medical, manufacturing, whatever that might look like, so that they can make sure they're teaching from what we have in our communities. This is our first year to have this. We're hoping it'll be a great success. And if it is, then we can expand it into other communities. All different communities. We've got 28, I believe, that we've accounted for those teacher externship programs within our region. Also, Van Zandt County was part of the job fair. Wills Point did have a business that closed down right before Christmas and laid everyone off. It was over 300 employees total. And at that time, we were able to get the workforce to come in. We had EDCOG employees. We had Dynamic Workforce Solutions, which is the contractor for the TWC in our region. They came in and we were able to get a lot of those displaced employees back into jobs. So I appreciate that the county was involved in that. I hope you saw it as a success. But the main thing I wanted to say is that I appreciate you allowing me to represent Van Zandt County. And if there's ever a need that you hear of within our county, please get in touch with me or give my information so that we can make sure our county's taken care of. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other general announcements? Okay, go ahead. You wanna do- Can you or may you? Yes, you may.
Basically, we did employ one individual from that specific job fair, and she has been with us several weeks. Thank you for getting that started.
All right. Carly, did you come on? Oh. This is Carl Stanford, and he's been with the county for 5 years now. And he's my mechanic, flunky, does it all. I fall back on him every day. Do something. Yesterday he was running a reclaiming for me. So he's very, very well used, very knowledgeable. But I appreciate you very much. You probably like to say he's for you. Get a picture. Get a picture. They're right here. That camera won't ever work.
All right. Any more general announcements? If not, we'll move to, is there any public comments? Anybody turn to public comment? No, okay. No, she's doing a presentation. She's doing a presentation. So we'll get to you in just a second, Carrie. Okay. All right, item number 4, we have a presentation from our TAC wellness consultant and Rashawn Collins, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, discuss the value of participating in Texas Associated Counties TAC Health and Benefits Pool and how the pool coverage supports responsible fiscal management, budget stability, and workforce sustainability.
Yes, good morning, Judge, good morning, Commissioner. We're trying to get it, so you guys can do it on the screen. But the screen wouldn't come up, so I'm gonna go off of this presentation. I think you guys have a copy of it as well.
Okay,
So let me go ahead and get that thing back up, because this is here on, so I was ready, but, for some reason decided to go away. All right. So I do want to go over, our agenda and what we do at TAC as far as how we bring value to Van Zandt County, pretty much all of our counties, but specifically to Van Zandt County. We understand that choosing an employee benefit partner, is one of your most important decisions. So we have built a proposal presentation on behalf of the association who serves Texas counties, seeking full clarity and confidence in choosing the right partner. So on our agenda, it's to go over just some introductions, qualifications, our network, also our partner services, value added program service beyond the plan. So I'm going to start with the health side of things. Again, Rashawn Collins. I am the benefits consultant for your Northeast Territory County. Michelle Gifford, she is the wellness consultant, works alongside me to put together the wellness programs for the county as well. So I'll jump right into where we are. So as many of you know, 1969 TAC was created. That was to create the pool for the 254 counties in the state of Texas. And I think as a pool, we all work together to make sure we keep those costs low. For the pool and for the benefits that we serve with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas. And I'm going to go into that momentarily as well. The TAC Trust Fund was established in 1980. So that gave a chance for everything to be together as a pool, come together as a trust, build up the insurance benefits they currently have. And then the health benefits pool was created in 2001, which is where we are today. It's a great pool to have. So we have not just county, but county entities, appraisal districts, hospital districts, places like that, that are all pooled together to make up TAC. And then we do have the largest public health risk pool right now in the state of Texas. It does have about 49,000 plus employees slash. So who we are, TAC is a member-owned non-for-profit association. So what that basically means, again, we serve the counties, not shareholders. So we directly serve the counties, okay? That does ensure that your needs come first. We want to put the needs of the county first, all of our counties and all of our areas. The great thing about that is I have a Northeast Territory. We also have 4 other benefit consultants and wellness consultants that work alongside us as well. We also have employee benefit specialists. They work behind the scenes for ID cards, reports, things like that. So things that I may not be able to get if I'm on the road, you have a specialist that can do that for you as well, to get you that data. Also, it is county focused leadership and governance. We do have 11 elected officials that make up many of our TAC boards, our health board, risk management, and multiple boards, workers' compensation. So we are all county focused in that. There is strength in the pooling that we have as well. That pooling of the benefits does allow us to spread the risk among the pool members for greater financial stability. So where if one pool may fall a little short, we're able to make up for that by helping another pool. So that's why we're all pooled together financially and the benefits and why we have just the one benefit plan with Blue Cross Blue Shield. I should say the one carrier, excuse me. So we have multiple plans, just one carrier that offers that. You do have some private sector employers that offer multiple carriers. That results in some higher costs sometimes when they do that, so we're keeping your costs low. And then we do also have surplus distribution, so we have returned millions annually in the form of operational surplus back to the county vendors. Basically what that means is essentially if you are under the renewal. When you get your renewal, if you come in under that number, we're gonna have a surplus there in a lot of cases. So we wanna make sure we get that money back to the counties, back to the members. Again, we're always about keeping costs low because TAC is making sure that we are funded, but we're also serving our counties in the maximum way possible. So what does set us apart? We do have a 98% retention rate across all of our counties. I personally, just because I have one territory, I like to see us at 100%. Simply because we want every county in the pool, we want those districts, the appraisal district, hospital district. Again, as I mentioned, 49,000 plus members. And we have not needed a double-digit increase in the renewal rate in over 13 years. So that's a really good thing that now we're going to stay well below where many of the industry standards is 25% above and above. We're way below that. So that helps with the retention, helps us keep this member pool high. In addition to that, the average renewal rate has been 4.5% over the last 7 years. So that's bringing a lot of value to the counties as well. Again, having those reports being sent out, myself meeting with those in charge of HR and the benefits, we can go over how we can make those numbers better if they are high. But I think having this 4.5% renewal rate is great for all of our counties across the board. And I do want to talk about the partnerships that we have. Not just Blue Cross Blue Shield, but your prescription benefits go through a company called Navitus. Navitus is great. As you know, everything has an app nowadays, so you can just download it on your phone. But Blue Cross Blue Shield has an app. Navitus has an app. And with Navitus, one of the great things about their app is if you are taking any prescription medications, they have what's called a drug formulary. This is a list of all the covered medications that are available. And what I like to tell people is you can take that list to your doctor, they can put it on file for you. That way, you know ahead of time what you're paying, your doctor can prescribe you what is covered, you don't have any surprises when you go to the pharmacy. So having Navitus is great. We also have Teladoc. Michelle will talk about Teladoc in a moment. And the MD Live feature, this is telemedicine. So if you're at work, if it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you get sick, you can reach out by phone or video, and a doctor, an actual doctor will go over any symptoms you have, what your condition is, and they will tell you either they will prescribe an over the counter, prescribe a prescription medication or over the counter for you. So having this MD Live is great, and it does not cost you anything to use this feature. So it's a great feature and a great benefit to have along with the Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance. All right. Moving over to our value partnerships. This does give us a network advantage. So it's an access to a broad network. What that means is you want to stay in network as much as possible when going to the doctor. There are times where you may have to go out of network and you may get referred out of network. But the primary benefit of having insurance is that you're using in-network providers, doctors, hospitals, clinics, urgent care, emergency rooms, places like that. And then there is superior service within the value partnership. Blue Cross Blue Shield does have a dedicated toll-free number. So they're going to go over customer service with you. Basically, if you need an ID card, you need to find out what your claims looks like. They typically send an explanation of benefits, also known as an EOB. So you'll be able to see when you went to the doctor, the date you went, how much you paid, what the insurance paid, if there's any insurance write-off on that. So Blue Cross Blue Shield is a very good resource for that. And you can also find that claims data and your number or your member ID card or the claims data on your personal app that you download. And then the value-added service that we do provide with the pool is just some well-being management, the Blue Access for members, Blue Points, and the digital health partners. There are a lot more resources that the insurance offers as well. And then finally, there is a lot of savings with the employee benefits board, employee pool. So the first year with Navitus, TAC did reduce the pharmacy cost by 26%. That did save $19 million. In addition to that, when your new plan began, There are 4 pharmacies that are no longer in network. That's Kroger, CVS, United, and Albertsons. That saved the pool combined over $6 million, just because they had higher costs than many of the other pharmacies. So again, as you can see, we're looking at making sure that we keep costs low across the board, not just for Van Zandt County, but for all of our county entities as well. And then with Navitas, they have a dedicated team that can answer questions for you as well. Again, claims, formulary, if medications were covered, not covered, they can tell you what that is, so that you are aware of when you go to the doctor, what we actually are able to, where we're able to benefit you. And so now I do want to let Michelle talk about some of the wellness programs that we have. I'm just gonna go over what those are, and how they help you out as well. Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel. Good morning. How are y'all today?
Good.
I recognize a lot of your faces, so it's good to see y'all again. So talking about the wellness program, I think we skipped, did we skip a couple of slides? Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay, now I'm right here. We got this, we got this. So, I represent Healthy County and work closely with Miss Jessica and Emily, in your HR department in developing programs that help with chronic disease management programs and any kind of other programs that are offered to your members that are on the medical plan and those family members that are on the medical plan as well. So just wanted to briefly go over some of the programs that are a value add as being a part of the TAC pool. So we do have Teladoc Health, which is helping with folks who've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure. There are a blood pressure cuff and or a glucometer kit that can be sent directly to your home if you've been diagnosed with those conditions. We also offer a Rosti. Do y'all remember a Rosti? I think we talked about a Rosti at some point. Humor me and say yes. It's okay if you don't though. So a Rosti is the musculoskeletal joint and pain injury solution that we work with very closely. They are our preferred vendor when it comes to that. So if we're looking at claims data, which we will be soon, we'll be going through a mid-year review in a few months, we'll look at your claims data and see what are your highest cost drivers. And I can tell you as a whole, TAC, we just had a meeting the other day with Blue Cross Blue Shield, that one of the highest cost drivers is musculoskeletal. And so that's where we implement a Rosti. We really want to get a Rosti out in front of your employees to know where to go when they have aches and pains that are not related to the work, but not related to the job, but aches and pains, so that they do not go directly to a surgeon. Because a lot of the times these things can be solved using muscle manipulation. That's what a Rosti does. So we work closely with the Rosti, bring a Rosti out to the county. They can do classes, but my goal is to get people to know what a Rosti is, who they are, and when to utilize them. And so with that comes a lot of education, patient and member education. So that is a huge perk of being a part of the TAC pool. With medical. Also, Wonder Health and Omada, those are both healthy weight management programs. So we look at high cost drivers. We know that diabetes, obesity, and things of that matter, metabolic syndrome, weight is definitely associated with that. So we do offer those programs. And mind you, those programs, Teladoc Health, Omada, and Wonder Health, are all no cost to your members. Huge, huge savings. You know, sometimes we don't realize what we have until we actually need it at that point. So our goal again is just to get in front of your members and your employees to have them know what's available to them. And I know we all do a great job of doing that as well. A couple other things, we do have some fitness programs. We have a wellness portal that comes along with the Healthy County program. We do have quarterly challenges to get people motivated and moving around. And you can also get a fitness device tracker at no cost as well every couple of years. You can utilize that subsidy. So there's a lot of programs and services that we offer again at no cost to really help your employees try to focus on themselves, put themselves first, see themselves as a human being versus an employee all the time, which can be a little difficult at times. We really want to try to do that because we know in the end that the better choices folks make, the more that you're able to save on the medical side of things, especially with the cost and budget. We cannot control the cost. Unfortunately, in the medical world, right? We cannot control that, but we can help folks make good choices. And that's what we're here for, to help as a value add to your Healthy County program. All right, so I think that's it for me. Did you want to hop back up
Yeah,
here?
so just, really quick, as your account service rep or employee benefits consultant, you will see me quite a bit, working with Jessica, because we want to make sure that we get out here for open enrollment, we get out here for Healthy County, get out here for just regular benefit presentations, just because sometimes people may not know where to find that information. Or they have misplaced their resource guide or something like that. That's the blue book that everybody should have. But if you don't have that, we want to make sure that we're always up on those things. People retiring, want to do Medicare presentations, different things like that. So there's all that value that I talked about earlier, but we still bring value as individuals to Van Zandt County and all of our counties that we represent. So you'll have myself, Michelle, and Kasha Hill as your representatives for Van Zandt County and for this whole area. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Item number 5, we're going to discuss, consider approving the audit engagement letter with Patillo Brown and Hill LLC for the annual financial audit for fiscal year ending September 30th, 2025. So, Ben, you're up.
Well, Bill, Brad and Hill is looking to get their engagement letter started here. They want to start our documentation and follow the year-end audit procedures in March and April. We're looking to have the audit report completed in May or June. As you know, it's going to be due to the state June 30th. So we need to get started on that as quickly as we can. The cost this year will not exceed $43,500. That is 3.1% over last year's fee. So that's very reasonable increase.
Do you recall what it was last year? How much they actually charged in the end?
3%.
It was about 40,000.
Yeah.
So it's unlikely that that's an estimate. That's probably going to be what they charge 43.
Yeah. School months.
Right, but they say that in the hopes that maybe, it'll come in less.
Yeah, we hope.
I see.
Yeah, we're working on preparing our schedules already. Some of the reconciliations are already completed, so staff are working on it.
So is there a motion to approve the audit engagement letter?
I'll motion.
Yeah.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, motion passes.
We need an audit. You need to be on it. Yeah.
Excited.
All right, item number 6, discuss, consider accepting the Van Zandt County Genealogical Society Annual Report for 2025. And Sherry Wolverton is here to make the presentation. Good morning.
Commissioners, what a great day we have today. I'm Carrie, well known, and 2 of my board members are here today, Erin Alfano and Pat Jackson. In addition to being board members, they didn't realize when they walked in the door of the library that we give them lots of hats to wear. So they're also librarians and they also help us with parking. They're invaluable to our organization. So we thank you all very much for coming. Our library and our Gen Society, we're celebrating 47 years of service to this county. And we try to cost you nothing except for the wonderful space that you allow us to utilize. Where we continue to serve the citizens of Van Zandt County and it seems like we get more interest every year. One of the things we started this year was a youth librarian program. And we have 2 teenagers who come in and volunteer and help us with projects and things. And I'm trying to get young people involved because not only do we encourage genealogy research, we also encourage local history. research and knowing your county and knowing your state. And so we're really excited about that program. Also, because America is celebrating our 250th this year, we always provide free help with genealogy research. But we're trying to get everyone to recognize their American Revolution ancestors. And we're helping people find those ancestors and celebrate them, because this is a special year for all of us. A few things, just a few data about the library. We have 14 volunteer librarians who work 4,963 hours in the library this year. Our parking crew worked 12,099 hours parking cars. And as you know, that is our sole source of income for the library, because you allow us to park on Saturdays during first night of the weekend. And we just charge $5. That's what we've charged for many years. We don't go up on the rate, but that money goes directly to operating the library and helping pay for our expenses. And we appreciate that very much. Our librarians worked 2,882 hours on special projects. The quarterly editors worked 297 hours compiling our heritage, which is our quarterly. And we won an award this year from the Texas State Genealogical Society. We placed third place in all of the quarterlies put out by in Texas. So we were real proud of that. We had visitors this year, 363 out of county patrons visited our library. 1,217 in county patrons came. We have 73 out of state patrons who came for research. And we offer free educational programs in person, via Zoom, and on Facebook Live. We support our youth volunteer librarian program. Our library is open 7 days a week. We have scheduled hours Monday through Saturday, and on Sunday as people can make appointments. We try to allow a lot of leeway for our schedule, because researchers don't always work during business hours. Sometimes they want to come on the evenings and weekends. And so we try to be available for anybody who wants to research. And like I said, we're doing our ancestors of the American Revolution this year. We're excited about that. And it's funny because people don't realize a lot of times if they have to look at their family tree or don't want to work on it, that they do go back. A lot of folks go back to the American Revolution. I think it's a source of pride that we should all recognize those who served to set us free. This year, our library, we spent $23,345.28 running the library. That includes everything we do, all of our programs, because we pay speakers to come. And of course, operating all of the equipment and everything and purchasing the equipment in the library. So that's what our grand total, which costs you all nothing. Yeah. Our membership at the end of 2024 was 199 people. Like I said, we have 13 volunteer librarians. We have 18 folks who volunteer to park cars, regardless of the weather. We're out there parking cars. And most everybody's thrilled that the money goes to the library. We try to make sure they know that. And some people will even give us donations, oh, really, this is going to the library, so they're very generous, the people in Van Zandt County. We have monthly meetings on the fourth Saturday of every month. And we invite you all to come visit us at the library. We get the judge in now and then, and we hope that you all will stop by. And if you have any questions.
The fourth Sunday, what day is the meeting?
The fourth Saturday of each month. And we most often meet in the Buchanan room at the county library, unless there's voting for them.
Yes, I have been over there to look up newspaper articles from eons ago, the 90s, I guess it was, and 80s. So
we have the libraries from we have the newspaper articles from the beginning, and we get our newspaper is kind enough to us updated newspapers. So we have all of the past newspapers in PDFs, so people can look up. We also have a lot of the old newspapers in microfilm. So we did also send some of our microfilm to the University of North Texas, and they uploaded it to the portal of Texas History. So a lot of our old Van Zandt newspapers are in the portal where people can access them for free. But we do appreciate our space. We thank you very much.
All right.
No.
Thank you very much.
You wanna approve of
I
it?
guess we got a motion to approve the new report.
Okay, is that, did you just make that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded to approve the annual report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Pose like sign. Motion passes. Thank you, Carrie and Karen and Kathy.
Mitch.
All right, item number 7, discuss, consider moving March 11th Commissioners Court meeting date. Suggested new meeting date is Friday, March the 13th at 9 a.m.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out of town now, whether we agree. I think Keegan also will be out of town on the 11th, although she didn't accept my invitation to go where I was going, so she's gonna go somewhere else. But I'll be out of town on the 11th, so if you and that's completely up to you guys, of course, whether we move it from the Wednesday to the Friday or y'all keep it and go on that Wednesday, the 11th. Where are you going? I'm just kidding.
You make a motion to move it to 13th?
Make a motion to move it to the 13th.
I'll second it.
All right, motion been made and seconded. Whichever date it's gonna be is the date that the L3 Harris representatives will be here to discuss our radio project, so. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Pose like sign. Motion passes. So our next Commissioner Court meeting date will be on Friday, March the 13th. Item number 8, discuss, consider authorizing the county judge to sign Republic Services Customer Service Agreement. Public Services provided us with the roll-off dumpsters. And this new agreement is actually consolidating all 4 precincts. I think we had individual agreements and this is consolidating it. And one of the things I wanted to ask you, Bobby, and you, Mitch, is can you go to a 40 yard dumpster as opposed to a 30-yard dumpster, because it would save considerable amount of money.
I can do it. You want to go from a 40 to a 30?
From a 30 to a 40.
Yeah, I can do that.
I just didn't know if you went with a smaller one due to space.
I've had
issues.
40s all along until just here recently. And I got some 30s and I don't like them.
Okay, all right, well then I'll contact him about, we had it scheduled where you got 2 30s and Mitch, you have 2 30s and.
No, I have 40s. They brought 2 30s, but I think there's 5 on
It's
my-
inconsistent.
4 or 5 on my
Okay.
yard, and they've always been 40s.
The only
Up
consistent
until
thing about it is
here lately.
inconsistency.
But
Okay.
I prefer the 40s.
All right. So I will contact them about changing that schedule up so that, because the 40 yard is at 15.6, averages at 15.6 dollars per cubic yard, whereas the 30 goes up to 19.8, almost 20. So that would be significant savings. Plus, it reduced the number of trip charges because you got more in it. So we would save money in that. All right. So is there a motion to allow the county judge to sign the Republic Services customer service agreement?
And second.
Okay. That's Commissioner Curtis made the motion, Commissioner Williams seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign.
Surely God is with us.
All right, item number 9, discuss, consider board appointments for ESD 3. We've been working with ESDs to get all of they generally have 5 board appointments and that get renewed every 2 1 year and 3 the next year. And we're ESD 3, we have 2 board appointments. These are reappointments, people that are already on the board, Dustin Lee McClendon, and the other one is Scott Opitz. And
We attended, Brandon and I attended the ESD3 because ESD3 is in both precinct 2 and 4. We had the opportunity to visit with those folks. And I'll tell you, they run a great meeting and they run a great operation. So we had an opportunity to visit with the folks that we're considering for the appointments today, of which I'll make a motion to appoint those here. But I wanted to encourage everybody with two things. First of all, is that I'd like for more people to volunteer with our local volunteer fire departments. The more hands that they have available to call on, the more people are going to be out there working in these, in these dangerous conditions that we have now, and not dangerous, just because, you're putting on a fire hat, but it's also because right now is a high fire danger time, and we have a lot of fire load, as the fire marshal mentioned last time. And the possibility of fires are ever increasing as we don't have any rain, and none in the near future. So I make the motion to approve these two folks. They serve without compensation, and they do I believe they had great conversation about very relevant issues, and they know what they're talking about. So I wholeheartedly support their approval to ESD3.
I'll second that. I'll also say, on top of Cliff's deal, we need to support them. They went over some costs of equipment they needed, and we knew it was expensive, but I don't think Cliff did either, had how expensive fire equipment is, and all they get is donations, and then a $600 check from us, which, it's something, but that equipment is very, very expensive, and they're all doing it by donations.
I'm not sure today what it costs to suit out one fireman with their bunker gear, but it was around 5,000 just for their bunker gear. I remember it being at 2,500, it jumped way up. And so you're looking at $5,000 a person just for their bunker gear. 7,000 now? And it's 7,000.
And on the truck,
That's just what they wear. That's not anything else. That's not counting air packs. If they're on a structure fire, that's not counting trucks. An engine could be $500,000. I mean, I think
More than
Will's
that.
point is, well, it depends on how decked out you get it.
the trucking in the fire trucking industry basically has a monopoly.
Exactly.
There's 3 companies,
Yeah, that's what he said.
two small ones, one bigger one, so they have a monopoly on the price. So they pretty much name their price, and that's where we have to get it from, because they got a monopoly on the market.
Did you say you said it's all volunteer donations? Is that what you said?
ESD is not.
I shouldn't say
Now,
ESD volunteer.
ESD, ESD, they get amount.
Yes,
Tax money. If they're not ESD, then it's all donation. But
And we only have,
All
how
of
many,
the-
how many volunteer fire departments do we have in the county? Is there like 9 or 12?
there's probably at least 10, I'm gonna say. And there's only I think Canton is the only one. Wills Point may have a paid, or one or two guys that are paid, and Canton has a few that's paid. And I don't know if Grand Sling, I don't think Grand Sling has any paid, but the rest of them are all volunteer. And I did that for a long time. And it's a lot of, you give up a lot to do it,
So I think the day after we initiated the burn ban, or maybe the same day or the day after, there was a fire in front of my house, and I watched those guys run into that fire. It's a sage grass field about 3 foot high. And they would run in, empty their trucks, come out, their face was as red as the fire.
Fill up, go back in.
And go right back in, and
Yep.
they fought it for I think it was 4 hours they were out there fighting, because it caught the trees on fire. They were out there with chainsaws. I already have a deep appreciation for what they do, but and then while that fire was on, another fire, somebody set a controlled burn. And there was no controlled burns permitted, but anyways, it's just those guys, they jump and get it when they're called to. It's pretty impressive, really. And I think there was 3 fire departments that showed up out there.
Yeah.
Southbound Van and Grand Saline to fight that one 10
This
acre
past
fire.
weekend, I think Fruitvale had a house fire, and I think there was like 4 departments showed up, and then at the same time, they had a grass fire going on, and then Edgewood had a grass fire going on.
So do you see this board as like a checks and balance system?
It is, the board kind of, they kind of control the fire department, but they don't. I don't know if it makes sense, but they're over the fire department, basically,
The funding of it.
yeah. And,
Administration and finance
Right.
is the main thing.
Yeah. What people don't understand, and this is irrelevant to what I guess, but what people don't understand about the volunteer fire department is them guys go through lots of training. That the general public knows nothing about. They have to be certified. Well, they don't have to be, but they're supposed to be certified through the state. I guess it's the state that they're certified through. Yeah. And so they have to take so many hours. You can do it online most of the time, so many hours every so often, you gotta do that, and there's also another deal that I went to twice in my young starting. Texas A&M puts on a week-long school that is excellent. I wished
In the summer.
every volunteer could go to that. It's kind of expensive, I think. I don't know what it costs, but that's a training that you'll never forget. I promise you. Like I say, I was fortunate enough to go 2 times in my early career, and that was in the 80s.
You know what? I think,
And I went,
I think Grand Saline just purchased a tanker truck last year. I think they said it was $500,000. But I was thinking about, that seems extreme, doesn't it? But like to tote water around, but they continually were running out of water fighting that fire the other day. And there were structures all around, that they were trying to ensure that it didn't get to them. So I don't know what the ESD accumulates every year as far as that tax. I
it's
really
a
haven't looked at
percentage.
it.
It's a percentage. I don't know what the percentage.
I don't know what the
of it
dollar
is,
amount is,
but it's a whole lot
money
better.
well spent for sure. And
It's
I'm
a
glad that
lot
they're out
more,
there.
and a whole lot better than those that are not ESD.
Volunteer fire departments depend on their donations, like a lot of them are having chili cook-offs right now.
Yeah.
That's where they get a lot of money. I know I talked to Ben Wheelers yesterday, and their biggest fundraisers is chili cook-off Saturday. That's their biggest money maker.
21 years ago, I started a chili supper there at Edgewood. And we just had it. And I think they ended up, and to a volunteer fire department, this amount is a lot, seems like a lot. But I think they ended up clearing about $10,000. Well, at $7,000 a guy for bunker, you only get to sue that one guy. And have you $3,000 left over. That don't go very far. I've said it. I'm pretty, volunteer fire departments are that's dear to my heart.
Yeah. I hope to address that in the budget cycle. So, any more discussion on emergency District 3 board appointments? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, motion passes. Item number 10, discuss consider board appointments for ESD number 4. And there are 3 there. There's Jerry Hill, Scott Davenport, and Robert Tisdale. So is there a motion to approve the board appointments for ESD 4?
Motion approved.
There's a second.
Second.
Okay. ESD 4 is maybe
That's Will's Point.
Will's Point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Grand Saline, maybe. Think so.
No, we're 2.
Oh, okay.
No, okay, it's Will's Point. I'm visiting. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, motion passes. Item number 11, discuss consider the sale of a 2002 Cat Claimer, serial number AWG00253, inventory number 6199 for $95,000 from Road and Bridge Precinct 2 to Road and Bridge Precinct 1.
Yeah, this was a piece of equipment that we were going to put into the auction. We do things, you know, Mike Taylor and Daryl easily have been, you know, they have nearly 47 years of experience just between those two guys on precinct 2 roads. And they have done what I would consider a really good job on precinct 2 roads. And they have a different course of action that they follow in precinct 2 than some of the others, and felt like that this piece of equipment was one that we wanted to either put on auction and sell to another city or town, unless somebody here in the county needed it. And precinct 1, Commissioner Curtis indicated that he had an interest in that piece of equipment, so it was removed from the auction. And
It's a slightly used machine. It has very low hours on it. They haven't, it's for the age of it, it probably should have 5,000-6,000 hours on it. I think it has about 800 hours on it.
Right.
It's pre-DEF, which is, you know, it had to come from California. DEF did. I don't know if y'all know what DEF is, but it's an additive that goes in diesel, and it does nothing but cause you trouble. I mean, it's some mechanic that wanted to make some money came up with it, because so it's pre-DEF. It doesn't have that. Daryl said it was a really good machine.
And we've had it for a long time.
Yeah, my
We've had it
mechanic,
for
I think y'all probably bought it
ages,
too.
ages.
But, so anyways, our operation is to go into the base of the road and, stabilize, and I needed it. I had one before, I came into office, but I think it was sold in March of 24. So we looked at several of them. They range from $50,000 to $150,000. The $50,000 machines, you'd have to put $50,000 in them to get them to limp up on a trailer. So we're very happy to take that off your hands.
This goes back to the same, we've talked about this 100 times. Precinct 1 and 3 are different souls than 2 and 4. 2 and 4 don't need a reclaimer. 1 and 3 do. I gave 3. We sold 1 to 3 a couple of years ago. They use it, and the same thing's happening here, because 2 and 4 don't need it because we're sand. They're not sand. It's totally different operation. And 1 and 3 need it. 2 and 4 didn't.
I'm running 2 of them yesterday. I'm running 2 of them this morning.
And if you did need one, you know, if you did, I told Cliff this, if he did need to, you know, need that machine, I would rent it to him for $12,000 a week. But
At the discounted price.
well, actually, I looked into renting one last year, and I believe it was $12,000 a month to rent one.
16,000.
Yeah.
I
So,
rented one.
It's a brother-in-law, right?
so I was, no, you know, there has been a lot of talk during this election cycle about whether or not we would people work together or not. Our court, you know, I'm for the county, the cities. I'll try to help anybody. I have a primary responsibility of my roads and my precinct, but you know, I just want to say that publicly. I'm a community guy. Like I'm for everybody. So
She'll get better use out of it than.
oh yeah, I get it. If I had it today, it'd be running over there today. So do I need to make that motion?
Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion. Whatever that motion would
Right.
be.
The motion is the sale of a 2002 Cat reclaimer for $95,000 from Road and Bridge 2 to Road and Bridge 1. Is there a second?
A second.
All right, motion is made, second. Any further discussion? Not all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 12, discuss and consider authorizing a $20,000 payment to Woods 2 Mills out of Willsboro, Texas, for the completion of their building as part of an economic incentive approved by the Commissioners Court on April 9th, 2025. So if you remember that meeting, we discussed it. Pam was here and made the presentation. There were 2 entities that are building buildings out there, and they completed. Midwest Tube has completed and is in their facility, which is a very nice facility. Was it $4 million? $4 million. And that Wills Point Economic Development is giving them 25, and we offered to we approved to pay $20,000 when the building was complete, and it is now complete.
I
They
make,
employ them. You know,
Last I heard around 75 or 80. I'm not sure how many they'll be adding. And when their executives come from Indiana, they're gonna reach out to me so that you can go and tour the facility and meet people. I'll let you know. when
That'd be
it is.
great.
I'd make the motion to approve.
All right, motion made, is there a second?
second.
All right, any further discussion?
I wanted to ask her, Miss Pam,
Yes,
is $20,000 a large incentive? I'm just curious, like, do you, in your mind, is that a large incentive for a company?
so if you're talking about for the state of Texas, no way. We can't compete with any type of incentives. This is really more of a good faith effort. And even on an EDC side, you know, when you say, hey, if you put $4 million in this, and then you're gonna employ, and then you're gonna have your tax, you know, on that, then we're gonna give you $25,000. It's not much, but it's saying, hey.
That's what I was-
That's what you're doing, we're here, we wanna see you succeed. And they're tickled pink with it. They are so appreciative of you willing to
But
offer the
that's-
20,000.
that's what I was fixing to say, but then if y'all are doing 25 and we're doing 20, that ups it to 45. That makes it even sweeter for them.
Yes.
I mean, it's still not much on a $4 million investment on a building. but-
It can go toward training on the
Exactly.
equipment that's coming in, it can go toward, you know, anything that they wanna put it for, so they're very appreciative,
And it's good jobs for our community.
Locals.
yes. Anytime you go grow primary jobs, you're gonna help your secondary. You are allowing people to stay home and work where they live, and that benefits every community around,
Pam, would
You'll
you,
get a return on it
yes.
eventually.
would you text that date to me whenever
sir.
you get it?
I will, yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, motion been made, and seconded. Any further discussion? Not all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, motion passes. Item number 13, consent agenda. Consent agenda are items considered routine by the Commissioners Court and be enacted on a motion. There's no separate discussion of these items unless the county judge or commissioner requests an item be removed from the consent agenda or considered separately. Are there any items that need to be removed or considered separately? If not, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make
Go ahead.
that motion.
Commissioner Phillips, is there a second?
Second.
I got struck first one, so I'm gonna try strike two.
All right, Commissioner Curtis makes a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, motion passes. All right, item number 14, a closed executive session is in compliance with section 551.071 of the Texas Government Code to seek advice of its attorney regarding pending or contemplated litigation or consultation with attorney regarding matters protected by attorney-client privilege. So we will now exit our regular meeting at 9:50.